Hello guys, this is the Reading King here, and today I am reviewing Pick of the Litter by Bill Wallace, and it's about this boy named Tom who is helping his grandfather with his hunting dog business, and Tom falls in love with a rare blue-eyed pointer named Tad. It's almost as if Tad understands when Tom talks to him. Tom's the boy, Tad's the dog. So, there is no table of events. It's just chapter 1, chapter 2, and such. So I'm going to read a couple pages of chapter 1. And yeah, let's get into it. My eyes were so tight and hot, the paper in front of me looked red. When I glared at the 2 columns of gray words, my vision blurred and the lines squiggled and zigzagged down the page. I didn't like spelling. No, I take that back. I hated spelling. What I wanted to do was rip the papers to shreds, storm out the door, and not come back. I could tell Mama I was sick. If that didn't work, what could my teacher do? Send me to the office? Big deal. Mrs. Boland never did anything. She probably wouldn't even be there. Another puff of red clouded my vision when I glanced up from my paper to the window. Kids were still on the playground, but Danny and Mark weren't around. They were headed to the creek to look for frogs and snakes. They were probably already there, finding all sorts of neat stuff. So, he looks like, not me, I was stuck in the teacher's lounge. So he's in the teacher's lounge, probably in trouble for something. He obviously does not like school, and he may be in trouble because he's behind. He made almost done, Mrs. Nash voice made me want to turn and look up at her. I didn't. I just kept on writing persuade over and over and over again. She stood there for a long time without a word. Finally, she moved beside me, turned, and leaned against the edge of the table. She didn't sit on it or my paper, but she was so close, I couldn't get my elbow up there to write. When I realized I couldn't avoid her any longer, I put my pencil down and looked up. Mrs. Nash's eyebrows arched. I'm sorry you're mad at me, she began. Well, this is probably the teacher that got him in trouble. First 9 weeks, you struggled a little. Either you didn't know how to study your spelling words, or you didn't take the time to learn them. Second 9 weeks, you did really well, only missed 2 words right before Christmas vacation. She turned another page, and 2 more right before spring break. She flipped to the last page. Then you quit. So it looks like I knew you were worried about your grandfather and there was a lot going on. So it looks like he quit because something happened to his grandfather. If we go to the back, Tom's grandfather is recovering from heart surgery. So that is probably what happened. Chapter 9. When I rounded the far corner of the barn, my eyes sprang wide open. Grandpa was just coming through the front door. Holding his pillow down at his side, he turned to make sure the screen was shut. He wasn't paying a bit of attention. Tess, I screamed. If nothing else, maybe he'd hear me and be ready if she jumped on him. Tess? Tess? Oh, okay. So Tess is obviously a dog because, okay. Is Tess the mother of Tad? Yes, it looks like. So, later in the book, he does eventually learn to let Tad go and let Tad go with the family that wants to buy him. And he writes letters to the family to check up on Tad. And it's very nice. It's a very sweet story. And I find it very interesting. Goodbye.